Ross, the tight end, who was trying to block.
I'm sure you're right. That was Dan Ross, the tight end. He came out like he was trying to get a release, and then he was blocking the linebacker. I think he just held on to him. It was Willie Harper who he was blocking.
49ers have already indicated they'll take it. Sure, that comes as no surprise.
Dan Ross has really been something for this team, hasn't he? What was Forrest Gregg telling us?
Said when he first came, and he took a look. Here's Haggerty.
Holding, number 89, offense.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Watch it here now. See, the right hand starts out there. You see the right hand? That's outside the plane of the defensive man's body. So that was holding right off the bat. His first move was holding.
And that was continued holding throughout the entire block.
That was a lock on and hold on.
Got 3 wide receivers to the left. Anderson will look for him. He has Ross wide open. Ross cuts back upfield. Gets to the 49er 44. And here comes another penalty marker down. That's going to be against Kreider, who hit Ronnie Lott after the play was over.
This is one thing in the heat of battle that you try and keep everyone calm. That's what Forrest Gregg is saying. He's saying, just calm down. Just calm down. We have to play.
Back to the story of Ross, who just caught that pass. Forrest Gregg said when he first got to Cincinnati, first took over, he looked at films and he looked at Ross and he said, the first thing we got to do is get us a tight end.
Personal foul.
He said, it turns out I was wrong and really wrong.
They said, Paul Brown says no. He said, don't say that until you see him. I think you'll like him.
He caught 71 passes this year.
This is a big penalty here that really hurts the Bengals, because that's going to amount to close to 25 or 30 yards of penalty after the gain and then the penalty.
Personal foul. Dead ball foul. The count counts. Down counts. So it is second down.
Dead ball foul. It applies in football and basketball.
See, now Ross is down. The play is over now. The whistle is blown. Now watch number 42, Ronnie Lott. And we'll see Steve Kreider come in from the right of your screen and hit him. See, the play's all over. Lott is relaxing, and that, of course, is the 15-yard penalty.
There can be no question about that. Again, 3 wide receivers, however. It'll be second down. That down counted. Anderson into the pocket. Dean chasing and has him. Red Dean from behind.
That was the same pattern that they'd completed before. Now watch Fred Dean here. We'll see him start up the field and just take that outside move. See, Munoz gets his hands on him. Fred Dean just keeps playing. Watch, now he'll come in and he'll get Anderson from behind.
You couldn't say that was a bad job by Munoz.
No, he did a nice job, but it was a great job by Dean, who just stayed with it. Now see the 3 wide receivers, the 3 defensive backs all running with him. Real good coverage. That's why Anderson couldn't throw the ball.
3rd and long, and Anderson will try to throw again. Again, Dean in pursuit. Deep for Collinsworth. He's open. Got it. Penalty marker down. Eric Wright was back there with him, but Collinsworth over the shoulder and to the outside.
What a great catch that was. Collinsworth, Chris Collinsworth can run. He has good moves in the ins and outs, but he has great deep speed. He was, what, 4'5", wasn't he?
Right.
Defensive pass interference, number 21, declined. First down.
First down, Cincinnati.
What a comeback from the Bengals. After that, they had the penalty. They come right back. You see him give a little move there that held right. And then with that next step, he was able to go up the field and right by him. And what a catch. Going downfield, looking directly back over his head. Whew, what a throw and a catch.
Forrest Gregg said we had some doubts about him. Long legs, long arms, long neck. But we kept looking at that 4'5", and as soon as we saw him in camp, we knew we had us a jewel.
And he has been.
First down, Bengals. A 14-yard line of San Francisco. This is Alexander trying to cut back inside. Can't do much. 49er pursuit is excellent. Jack Reynolds, the hacksaw, first to arrive.
There's Ken Anderson's wife, and now she looks happy. She does. What a great throw Ken just made, Bonnie. She looked like she was trying not to smile.
They're still behind by 13. They score on this drive. We'll see some more teeth.
A lot of yelling by these people in orange.
That's the book on Anderson so far. 2nd and 9 from the 13. Anderson will put it up. Looking, can't find any place to go. That's the 4th sack by the 49ers. He gets back to the 15 for a loss of perhaps 2 yards.
And you see who that sack was? That was Jack Reynolds. You know, that time I'm sure. Now watch him right here in front of our screen, 64. He starts on a blitz. Now, he is going to get right in front of Anderson. Don't let him run. I'm sure that's his assignment. And you see Hacksaw come in from behind and get him. They've had enough of that Anderson running, so now they let their defensive lineman rush, send the linebacker just for Anderson.
That Hacksaw was taped when he had his eggs for breakfast. 3rd down, 11. They put Kreider in motion. Anderson looking for time, throws. He has Ross. He had a first down at one time. 49ers knocked him backwards, and he had to come back to catch the pass.
This will be an interesting spot, because if he catches the ball there and he's knocked backwards, it should be a first down, but it's not. Now, watch this. Here's Dan Ross. You see, he's going to drive upfield on Carlton Williamson and drive back and make the catch. Now, to catch that ball, to beat Williamson, he had to work back a little, and that lost him the first down. So this is a big, big one, 4th and about a foot.
They're going to go. You question this at all, John?
I think this is going to go to Pete Johnson.
Johnson rambles for the first down to the 3. Jack Reynolds stopped him. First down, Cincinnati. Excuse me, I was just going to ask you if you think Forrest Gregg ever had any doubt about going for it.
I don't think he did. When you have a fullback like Pete Johnson, who weighs over 250 pounds, you're playing in the Super Bowl, you have to be able to make a yard. You see, he gets a lead block there by Alexander. And you see when he hits that pile, the whole pile went backwards.
Cincinnati has 8 first downs in this quarter. San Francisco has 0. None.
What a difference a half makes.
Wow. Anderson up quickly. 49ers get in a late substitute. Anderson puts the man in motion. He again gives to Johnson, and Pete gets down close. Looks like he's about a half yard short.
Well, that was an interesting formation. It was a split backfield. Now watch it. You see they get the motion to get a little thing in the secondary there, and they just hand to Pete Johnson, who's just straight ahead, man-to-man blocking. We see Blair Bush, number 58, does an excellent job of getting Johnson a little crease.
Bush put the block and the knock and the takedown on Archie Reese. 2nd down and goal for Cincinnati. Ball inside the 1. Johnson again. This time he is hit by Jack Reynolds and knocked backwards, if you can believe that.
We talk about Jack Reynolds and the way that he studies. He knows down here. Watch his determination. Look at that. This is goal line. This brings out everything in a person. Now watch it. He's watching Pete Johnson right away. He sees him. He goes right to the hole, turns up when Johnson does, meets him square, and that's the end of Pete Johnson's going forward.
Reynolds led with his head, and he stays. 11th play in this drive coming up. Anderson will look and throw. Alexander does not get in. Dan Buns is the 49er who hit him at the half-yard line. They got to go again, and that's what Forrest Gregg has already said. Go for it.
He's going to take a timeout because he wants to, one, He has fourth down. He only has one play. He wants to, one, talk about it, and two, make sure that he's making the right decision.
He needs a half yard.
This was a great tackle by Dan Bunz. He's a backup linebacker. Over the years, he has been a starter, but this should have been a touchdown here. When this is completed here, Alexander turns, and Bunz was right there. Whew, that's great coverage.
Outstanding. Outstanding. That's what they have left. Just less than a yard. Anderson over talking with the offensive coordinators and with Forrest Gregg. Bill Walsh has to be wondering about, I suppose, philosophy, although you can't question what he's done. He hadn't had anything to work with.
He's thinking he hasn't had a first down this half. You know what would be a pretty good play, Ken, here while you're going in, is fake the ball to Pete Johnson, keep it yourself, and bootleg it into the end zone. I think that would get it.
Well, what about continuing with that? If somebody forces Anderson, he might have somebody in the end zone. Breach is getting ready, just in case.
I think Breach is getting ready to kick off.
I think that's exactly what Forrest Gregg has in mind for him at the moment. Forrest Gregg is quite a man, really. You hear a lot of talk about him being such a strict disciplinarian, and he admits it because he said, I've seen it succeed. Let's see if Kenny Anderson can succeed. They give to Johnson, and I don't know. The 49ers don't think he made it.
Who's on the bottom of that pile? Jack Reynolds again, number 64. Watch this. Now everyone gets low. It's goal line. Defense gets low. They beat them down there. The defense beat the offense. You see them, they got underneath the offensive line and got penetration. Watch these first moves to the defensive linemen. They're down low. Now Hacksaw can come over the top and stop the penetration.
There were a lot of folks on the bottom, and Hacksaw was on the top. That's a team effort for San Francisco's defense. Lining up in their own end zone. A great goal line stand by their defensive cohorts. They lead 20-7. You give this to Ring. He gets out to about the 3 or 3.5. Glenn Cameron, the tackler. Let's look at that goal line play again.
Watch this again. Watch this play. All those white jerseys look like the whole 49er defense was there. And then watch after the play when they know that they stopped. And watch Ronnie Lott here, number 42. Look at Archie Reese. He's staying down there and exciting. He's the leader of that type of group.
They just flat beat him off the ball. The defense beat the offense off the ball. Second down for Montana and his offense. Ring again. Ring is tripped up and hit down at about the 8. Bobby Kemp, Cincinnati's tackler. It'll be third down.
You know, that series and that drive is one that's going to be talked about a long time when you talk about Super Bowl 16. It was a great drive by the Bengals. They had 12 plays. They had the ball for 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
That's Leclerc, who seems to have injured his left knee. And he is being looked at. Of course, gets his signals from the sideline. He'll have Ricky Patton and Earl Cooper as his two running backs.
He probably won't run a play. They'll wait for the third quarter to end. They'll just stay in the huddle until the gun goes off for the third quarter.
Now Montana already has headed for the bench as the third quarter winds down. And that's it. The gun ends it. 138 yards to 3, not including that last sequence by San Francisco in the third quarter. They lead 20-7. Quarter about to start at the Silver Dome in Pontiac, Michigan. San Francisco 20, Cincinnati 7. Big third down play. They need 3, 4, perhaps. Pat Summerall with John Madden. Solomon split out wide to the right as you look at the defense of San Francisco. Montana calls him. Ricky Patton in motion. Montana gives on a draw play to Cooper. He won't make it. Ross Browner was the first man to hit him.
We were talking that was a big play, and that was because Cincinnati didn't get in the last time they had it, but now they're going to get the ball right back again. Ross Bronner made a big play, shot inside of Dan Audick to catch Earl Cooper.
Jim Miller has had a good day. Mike Fuller back deep for Cincinnati. People forget that the center has a lot of responsibility in a situation like this, too. It's Randy Cross, who was drafted as a center, now goes to the Pro Bowl as a guard.
The Bengals may have a punt block on here.
Not one of Miller's best, but it does take a good bounce, but right to Fuller. Not much doing as the 49er coverage is there quickly. Mike Thomas, the first man down. 44-yard punt. 60 minutes will be coming up following football, except on the West Coast, where you'll see it at its regular time. Super Bowl 16 is the football you're looking at with one more quarter to go. 13:58 remaining. Bengals have it at their own 44. They've been close a lot of times. They've scored only once. Anderson, the quarterback. Handoff. Johnson gets across midfield down to the San Francisco 49. Jack Reynolds again the tackler.
Look at this statistic here, Pat, that the Bengals have led the National Football League in fourth quarter points. They've scored more points in the fourth quarter than any other team in the league.
San Francisco leading by 13. Second down for Cincinnati. Just across the midfield stripe. Anderson. Back quickly. Dean chasing Anderson. Throws. He has Collinsworth. Inside the 40 to the 38. It'll be a Cincinnati first down. Willie Harper takes him down. We'll look at Collinsworth first, and then we'll show you the pass rush.
Here's where a 6'5" receiver, outside receiver, is really something for a quarterback. He can run those inside patterns against a zone, square his shoulders, show the quarterback his numbers, and Anderson can hit him right between the 8 and the O. Now watch Fred Dean against Anthony Munoz. He's right there. Munoz has his hands in front and then pushes him to the outside just enough.
First down, Cincinnati. Ball at the San Francisco 38. Alexander wide right. Along with Curtis. He'll throw again. Dean is almost loose. Throws down the middle. Dan Ross, the tight end. Another first down.
And we've watched a lot of films and tapes on Dan Ross, and he catches more balls like that really aren't right to him. Watch, he's the inside guy here. Again, they're working against the zone. Push up, square around, show the quarterback your numbers, and then just slide a little to the outside.
I made a mistake about the first down business. It's about a foot short.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's
okay if it's good enough.
That's a good situation. It's like a free down.
I was going to apologize, but I won't.
Yeah.
Second down. Listen. Down the middle. A lot of bumping, and a penalty marker comes down. I saw it coming. It was intended for Curtis, and it's going to be against Ronnie Lott.
Now, this is an interesting one. If the ball is in the air, it's pass interference, and the ball will be spotted in the 15.
Number 42, defense, first down.
Haggerty called it pass interference, or one of his henchmen did.
Right, I was just talking about that, Pat. You see, if the ball is in the air, it's just on the left of your picture here. You see right there. There's Ronnie Lott come in and got a bump before the ball got there.
That'll make it first down Cincinnati at the San Francisco 15. Clock running. Clock stop. Sorry. 11:42. Alexander goes out to the right again. Anderson goes back again. Here's Chase again. And he throws. Incomplete.
I don't know. That's a close one. He threw that one. There was no receiver in the area. The closest men were two offensive linemen. That really should be a penalty for throwing the ball away. The Bengals get a break here. Watch this pass rush. You know, watch. There'll be no one here in the picture except the offensive lineman. There was Max Montoya, number 65, and he's not eligible.
Don't they have something, the officials, that says if in their opinion he is trying to avoid a loss, that the receivers in the area don't really make any difference? I'm not sure about that one. Second down. Ryder in motion to the right. Anderson looking and throwing. Ross has it just outside the 5. Carlton Williamson, the defender. Same old Ross.
We were talking about Dan Ross. He gets 4 balls thrown over his head, behind him, inside, outside. Now watch, he's working against Carlton Williamson there. Gives him a little inside move and look, then a little curl, and the ball was right there. That was a great throw by Anderson. That hit him right between the 8 and the 6.
Ross, as we expected, and as Cincinnati fans expected, I'm sure, has had another great day. 7 catches. Bengals out quickly. They've been to here before and got nothing. 2 tight ends. This is their short yardage formation. They give this time to Alexander. He's got the first down. It'll be first and goal from just inside the 5. Jack Reynolds on the bottom of the pile.
This is an interesting situation here, and what Forrest Gregg is thinking. He's been down there before, as you said, has tried to run, really hasn't been successful. So I would expect on first down here some type of pass. Well, we have to have a measurement first.
The marker is on the 5. The ball is inside the 5.
That's a first down. They don't even have to measure that one. 20 years of coaching, never missed a spot.
I've been broadcasting NFL for 20 years. Between us, we ought to be able to know.
Yeah, we can figure those things out. But, you know, again, with a quarterback as big as Anderson is and as talented as he is and as strong a runner as he is, I would think that they may have some type of option pass down here.
It's an old worn-out cliche that one team won the first half and another team won the second half, but it applies to this contest. 3 wide receivers this time on first down. Little change of pace. Ryder in motion to the right. Anderson is going to throw and does. Ross, touchdown.
Dan Ross says he's going to keep that ball. They tried it the other way. They tried to run. That didn't work. They said, now first down, we're going to pass it in there. Now watch Dan Ross. Again, that big target just inside the end zone.
It was Carlton Williamson who tried to strip the ball away. But Ross is indeed that big target. Reach. A very important extra point. Ryder holding. Reach is good.
Watch it again, a good release. He's right into Carlton Williamson. He makes a little basketball twist there and pivot, and boom, the ball's there right again between the 8 and the 9. Oh, is he happy.
What a throw from Anderson.
I'll tell you, pass protection. Watch Anderson. He knows it now. He's going to come over and congratulate someone.
It's 20-14 San Francisco. One 10-minute period plus 6 seconds left to play. Breach about set to kick off. This one he goes straight with to Dwight Hicks at the 4. Behind the wedge. Hicks still on his feet. Taken down at the 25 by Rick Rosano. And the Bengal fans who were so quiet in half number 1 have really come alive with good reason. San Francisco has had the ball 3 times in the second half. They ran 3 plays and punted. They ran 3 plays and punted. They ran 3 more plays and punted. It's 20-14, 49ers. Cincinnati 31-9 in total play. Montana this time, though, has some room to work with. Outside, it's hit it for Patton. Nothing doing. Reggie Williams there as soon as Patton was.
We talk about the determination of linebackers, and Jack Reynolds, we know what he is. I'll tell you, did you see Reggie Williams there? Look, there is a man that is determined.
What a story. He has a hearing defect. And people thought when he was in grade school, and perhaps even after that he might be retarded. Turned out that they found out he was hard of hearing, and he went to Dartmouth. Penalty markers everywhere. Dan Audick, I believe, was the man who moved, picked up his hand.
Ball start, 61.
Bill Walsh is saying, what do we have going on here?
49ers totally dominated the first half, although Cincinnati did move the ball. Cincinnati's defense, we saw a minute ago that they score a lot of points in the fourth quarter. They also have allowed a lot. Of course, if you score a lot, the other team gets the ball a lot. Second down, 15 at the 22. Montana will throw again. Looking and does throw. Pass caught. Mike Wilson kept his feet in bounds. It's a 49er first down.
I'll tell you, over there, Brian Hicks was really upset with that. He thought, now, the big thing about this play is that the 49ers haven't had a lot of success in this second half. So now they bring Montana out here to throw the ball as opposed to being there, and then they just get up here and get an out right here on the sideline. But the big thing is run Montana, break containment. Now watch him. We'll see Montana roll out here. Mike Wilson is the outside guy, the deepest one. He runs the sideline right there. I think he may have been out of bounds, Pat.
It was very close. 9:46 left. Montana under pressure. Pass incomplete. Penalty marker finally goes down. Ken Riley. Going to be called against Riley. Intended for Clark.
Of course, Ken Riley is a real veteran of this team. 13 years experience. This is the first time that he's been in a Super Bowl.
13, first down.
Let's watch him. He's covering Dwight Clark there. Clark stouts to the outside. Riley comes to break on him. Looks like to me he got there about the same time the ball did.
See what happened to Montana. Under heavy pressure from Eddie Edwards, he still got it away. And he's still trying to sneak a look and see if it was complete. Clark splits wide to the right, Solomon to the left. First down, San Francisco. At the 49, Solomon in motion. Handoff inside. Ricky Patton. He was almost off to the races. Byron Hicks got him around the leg, or Ricky Patton might have been gone.
Now the Bengals are blitzing on this play. We'll see him. We see the strong safety coming there, Bobby Kemp. So once Patton gets by that first line, he's all the way to the secondary and the weak safety, Brian Hicks.
Good block by Ayers on Cameron. They'll measure to see if it's a first down.
That was also a good call against that defense. They got them all up there in the blitz. We'll see it is a first down, and they just broke that quick trap in there on it.
9:22 remaining. You start thinking about what's going to happen in the rest of this game. The 49ers get a field goal out of this. It changes the entire complexion. That will make it 23-14. And the Bengals would need 2 scores. First down at the 41. Ricky Patton is hit behind the line of scrimmage and lunges forward for about 3. Ross Browner again hit him.
Ricky Patton's back. He played in the playoff game. He missed the NFC Championship against the Cowboys, and he's fine and fit for this one.
Pickup of 2, make it 2nd and 8 at the 39. They need about, what would you say, another 5 yards to get Wershing in range?
I think they need at least 5 yards. I'd say closer to 10 yards.
They have Solomon lined up tight to the right this time. They'll run Patton again. Close to another first down.
That was a great block by the left guard, John Ayers. He pulled and he led through the hole, and he just wedged through for Ricky Patton to get in behind him.
Again, they'll stop the clock and measure.
Let's look at the block. Watch the left guard there, 68 Ayers. Now watch, he pulls across. He's right in front of Patton there. Now watch him turn up and say, I'll get one for you. Boom, he gets Bobby Kemp there, and that allows Ricky Patton to get through.
Remember what I asked you at the half? When did you think Bill Walsh would start just to run and be concerned with 3 and 4 and watch the clock? Are we in that situation now?
I think so. At that time, I said within the last 10 minutes, and I think that he is in that situation now, although he may pass a little just to keep a drive alive.
Today's sellout attendance at the Silverdome is more than it's supposed to hold. 81,270. Third down, about an inch. Quarterback Steve Montana, he got it. He gets inside the 30 to about the 28, first down with room to spare. Roseno made the stop.
That's the third time that Joe Montana ran that same play. Watch, he'll come off to the right, just a little step with his right foot, and then boom, right up there, in there behind his right guard, Randy Cross.
That was Funhorst, who came across and knocked the pins out from under Roseno. First down, San Francisco. Ball is at about the 28-yard line. School board says 20. That's not true. Montana gets to Earl Cooper. He almost broke away. He was cut down by Riley. He had some room if Riley didn't trip him up.
He sure did. That was great ball handling by Joe Montana, wasn't it?
It's one of the things he does best that not many people say anything about.
That's right. Cooper was the first man through, but he made a great fake to Patton. Looked like he was going to the right side.
They'll go with 2 tight ends now. Eason Ranson lines up on the left side. Charlie Young, the regular, on the right side. They're chewing up that clock. 6:50 left to play. Ricky Patton. Now they've got it where they can think field goal. I'm sure that's on his mind.
That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get in that field goal range, make sure he had that, run time off the clock, and maybe somewhere here they'll take a shot at a touchdown. But you know who's doing a great job today is that offensive line of the 49ers. Audick and Ayers, Fred Quill in the center, Randy Cross in the Pro Bowl, Keith Fawnhorst. They're really part of this 49ers story this year.
And a drive like this, that becomes even more apparent. Third down and 6 at the 24. Solomon is the flank to the left. Will give to Ricky Patton. And now we will have Ray Wershing with his opportunity. Again, he will not look up. Watch him.
Nope, he won't look up at all. He knows. See, Montana will help him. See, he's saying, help me, help me, help me. There's a spot. He looks at it. He'll pat him on the back. See, Montana's lining up in the huddle where he's going to spot the ball.
How does he ever know that he's on the right floor when he takes an elevator? He never looks up.
He goes with Montana. He goes in elevators with Montana. Now watch, he gives him the tap, backs off, and just uses a hash mark.
He's 2 out of 2. He drives this one, and it's good. Boy, is that a big one. Wershing. When this day's over, he'll look up. 23-14, 49ers over Cincinnati. Well, that one was, and with distance to spare. He's been bouncing it so far, and he bounces it again. See if they handle this one. Nope. Finally. Mercer gets it out to the 23-yard line before he is tripped up. They've had an awful lot of trouble with Wershing's kickoff. Those line drive bouncers have handcuffed him all day. Forrest Gregg during Wershing's field goal.
This is before. Watch this. He's yelling, miss it, miss it. After that, he claps his hand and says, okay, now we have to go get 2 scores, man. The game has just changed.
1st and 10, Cincinnati at their own 22. 3 wide receiver setup. The Bengals have owned the second half except for that drive. Anderson, Hollingsworth, the intended receiver, picked off by Eric Wright. Wright down the sideline. Wright still on his feet and still, and now lateral, throws it. Cincinnati has a chance to get it back. Craig Pookie is saying we got it, and the 49ers do. A 26-yard return. Willie Harper made the recovery.
It says here's Chris Collinsworth, and he's working here against Eric Wright. He gets him down. He makes an outside move. Wright gets a great break on it. He's going to step in front of him right there, catch the ball at its highest point. Now watch this return.
If you ever want a textbook or teach a technique on how to play pass defense, you just saw it by Eric Wright.
The end here, he sees Willie Harper, number 59, and he tries to lateral. Look as he's going down. There's Harper, and he throws it right beyond him. Whew.
Carlin Williamson and Harper both making dives for it. Solomon now goes in motion. The 49ers give to Patton. Patton bangs down inside the 20 to about the 17. Hit by Rossano again. Jim LeClaire, who would normally be in there, hurt his knee earlier and is sitting it out. It'll be 2nd down. They need about 6. Ball at the 17, 18-yard line. Forrest Gregg hasn't changed expressions much.
With 4 minutes left to go here, another field goal could be big by the 49ers, because right now a touchdown and a field goal could beat them, but if they score here, they'll need 2 touchdowns.
Forrest Gregg just saying knock it loose. Cooper down to the 15. Pick up of 3. Glenn Cameron on the bottom of the pile. Clock still moves.
Forrest Gregg was saying to knock it loose, and I'm sure on the other sideline, Bill Walsh is, as he sends in the plays, he's saying just hold on to the ball. Don't worry. Don't fight for that extra yard. We don't need it now.
Don Chandler has the records for the most field goals in one game. That is 4. Wersching already has 3. That was back in Super Bowl II when Chandler did it. Montana gives to Johnny Davis. And Johnny gets down to the 10. He had a first down. He was knocked backwards. Byron Hicks hit him. It is a San Francisco first down.
The 49ers picked up Johnny Davis from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's why they picked him up. They wanted him to run the short yardage plays. Now watch him. He's the fullback, right behind the quarterback. A little delay step to the right, then boom, right up the middle, shoulder square, take that pile backwards, get the first down.
He broke through the tackle of Brisano and Cameron. He was finally hit by Hicks. More importantly, the first down, of course, is important as Davis trots to the sideline, but the clock is still running. 2:45 left to play. 49ers leading 23-14. Ricky Patton inside the 10 to about the 7. Lewis Breeden tripped him up.
And the Bengals are going to start to use their timeouts now, Pat. They know that they're going to need 2 scores, and they'll need all the time they can get.
Ricky Patton has 16 carries. He's picked up 61 yards. You see the point at which the clock is stopped. 2.5 minutes left to play. Seno. Now they want another timeout.
He's trying to use his timeouts. He knows that at the 2 minutes, he'll get a free timeout there. So he's trying to use his timeouts before the 2-minute warning.
Super Bowl 16. Pat Summerall with John Madden. 3rd and 12 for San Francisco. They lead Cincinnati 23-14. It's 3rd and 13 from the 13. Cincinnati out of timeouts. Here's Montana being chased. He gets away. Montana spins, still on his feet, gets down to about the 6 and stays in bounds. Byron Hicks tripped him up. Parrish had a shot at him. Riley had a shot at him. He got away from Riley deep in the backfield. That'll be the 2-minute warning. Montana no first down, so we'll see Wershing again, I'm sure. He stayed in bounds and let that clock run down. Montana with an outstanding effort. 23-14. Wershing is on the field. His field goal this time will come from about 22 yards out. Make it 23 as he pats Montana on the back and puts him down there. Don Chandler's kick 4. Jim Turner kick 4. Wershing with this one successful is in that category. He has 4. Jim Turner kicked 4 in his career. So did Chandler. Chandler did it in one game. Green Bay and Oakland. And Wershing has now done it in one game. 26-14, San Francisco. He says he just tries to concentrate when he knows his time is coming. He's kicked off a lot, and he's kicked 4 field goals. Again, he does the same thing. This one takes a good bounce. This is David Mercer. Nothing doing there to the 25 where the Bengals will have 1:51 seconds in which to go to work. Amos Lawrence was the man who came down and made the tackle. Joe Montana has been voted by the writers and broadcasters that are covering Super Bowl 16 as this game's most valuable player. That's what he's done today. More importantly, he got him here.
That's a deserving award for a man that's not only had a great Super Bowl, but he's had a great season.
25-year-old Joe Montana. Anderson will go right to work. Anderson swings around to the other side, gets it loose. Isaac Curtis has it at about the 48, hit down by Carlton Williamson. The Bengals out of timeouts, hustle up after that 22-yard pickup. Clock still goes, 1:30. Now 1:30, less than that. Anderson out quickly and up quickly. Good protection. He fires complete. Ross. He stays in bounds, and again the Bengals hurry up as Dan Buns knocked Ross down. Clock will continue to move.
The Bengals are thinking this is their last chance. The 49ers are thinking, let's get this thing over with.
Ross again, but not out of bounds. Willie Harper makes sure that he stays in bounds. And again they hustle up. Less than a minute to play. 49ers have to get back. They can't just stroll. And Anderson is ready and there quickly. He might have thrown one away right here. Collinsworth makes the catch, but still in bounds. Eddie DiBartolo, who owns the San Francisco 49ers, and the surrounding group.
I'll tell you, Eddie's there. He's starting to celebrate, but he knows that there's 40 seconds left to go.
Defense.
And they got the clock stopped because of encroachment against San Francisco. Anderson looks over to the sidelines quickly. Cincinnati turnovers. Boy, they hurt him.
Well, of course, the 49ers did something about it. One, they made them happen. And then two, after they got him, they went in and scored.
Anderson ready to go. He throws. Pass is caught by Kreider inside the 5 at the 3. And again, the Bengals hurry up, but the clock, they just haven't got enough time.
I'm surprised that they haven't thrown out to the sidelines or into the end zone. They need 2 scores.
Can do it right now. He's going after it right now. He looks for Ross. He got him. Touchdown. That'll stop it. 16 seconds left to play. Carlton Williamson again, the defender, but Anderson popped it right to Ross. Same play they scored the last touchdown against.
16 seconds. Now, of course, they'll kick the extra point. Then we know one thing. We're going to see an exciting onside kick after this point.
Boy, did he go to work in a hurry.
I'll tell you, he did, and he went all to the inside, didn't save any time other than the penalty. The penalty hurt because that stopped the clock. The Bengals had no timeout. Watch him find Ross in the end zone and drill it right in there, a step behind Carlton Williamson.
Breach with Kreider holding. And quickly. It's 26-21. Six plays, 74 yards. We told you that Joe Montana, the 49ers' fine young quarterback who had such a great year, has been named by the writers and broadcasters the most valuable player. Here's what he told us would happen to him, at least, if the 49ers won the Super Bowl.
Backflip, I probably would. I'd be, you know, one of the 45, 50 happiest guys in the country at the time. It's just something that as growing up, I'm sure a lot of our team members and their team members have the same feeling. This is what you play for every year in the NFL. And this is the ultimate in the game of football. And to be able to win it, especially at a young age as our whole club is, would just be outstanding for us.
That's putting it mildly.
And he's only 16 seconds away from it.
Their most valuable player. You're going to see the hands team on for San Francisco. The onside kick from Jim Breach. He's even got the laces lined up in that direction. He's not trying to fool anybody.
There'll be a lot of scrambling when this football's kicked.
Clark and Lott, two of the fine athletes, are on the side. Lott won't stop until Breach hits it. Won't start, I should say. Clark sees it, gets it. And he tried to stay in bounds, and that ought to do it. It is San Francisco's Paul and Eddie DeBartolo. John McVay alongside him, who is his director of pro personnel, and Bill Walsh on the shoulders. All right.
That's the greatest feeling in the world. That's what it's all about. You know, for this team, for this coach, for this owner, for this town, they'll never forget this day.
San Francisco 26, Cincinnati 21. And Cincinnati and Forrest Gregg out of timeouts.
Look at those people. They know that, you know, it's money. Of course, it's money. It's a victory. It's a Super Bowl. It's a ring. But it's being the world champions, and they know they have it.
Browner and Joe Montana, teammates at Notre Dame, just had a little friendship, embrace, hug, whatever you want to call it.
Now Joe Montana is saying he took the football. He doesn't have to control his excitement anymore.
Forrest Gregg, and what a gallant second half, and first half for that matter, the Bengals played. What a comeback.
What a gallant year for him. You know, the Super Bowl loser always takes a lot of abuse, but the job that that team did. Look at Kenny Anderson here carrying his son off the field, but they should hold their heads high. They have a lot to be proud of.
They accomplished a lot. San Francisco, what a remarkable story. 26-21, they are the world champion San Francisco 49ers. Not too many folks who get able to say, I should say, that goes in front of my name. I'm a world champion.
And they have that the rest of their lives. No matter what happens, this can never be taken away.
Look at the previous years. 1978, they were 2-14. Then Mr. DeBartolo hired a guy named Bill Walsh. Once again, they were 2-14, but at least they could move the football. And then he turned the whole thing around. 6-10,
and then he picked up that guy, number 64, Jack Reynolds. He knows how to win and how to play.
Lawrence Tillers was number 65, who just walked. I wonder if he's going to leave the tape on during the offseason.
Oh, he can smile. I was just going to say, Jack, it's okay. You're world champion now. You can smile. And he did.
There'll be some change of scenery in there in just a minute when they arrive through the tunnel and off the field as the 49ers, representing the National Football Conference, capture this Super Bowl. Clark and Stuckey. Excuse me, John, go ahead.
The Clemson teammates there.
There's O.J. Simpson, who, of course, played with the 49ers when he was half lame, but is a 49er at heart.
And there's Randy Cross, number 51. You know, those offensive linemen, they don't get a lot of credit, but they sure get happy when they win a game.
Eddie DiBartolo, who owns the 49ers, we thought we had a look at him coming into the locker room. Yes, we do.
Now, that's what you call a smile, isn't it? He's waiting.
Oh, man, to the victors go the spoils. The Commissioner Pete Rozelle with the overjoyed owner of the San Francisco 49ers, Eddie DiBartolo, and the marvelous coach Bill Walsh. Commissioner?
Well, Eddie, of course, the 49ers were founded in 1946 by the Morabito family. They were bridesmaids that came close in two conferences, the All-American Conference, and then, as of 1950, the National Football League. But then about 5 years ago, you got control of the 49ers, and you hired this wonderful new coach, Bill Walsh. And right now, we've had the greatest reversal of form in the history of the Super Bowl. From 6-10 to Super Bowl champions, and you've earned it, Eddie.
This, Commissioner, this is a tribute to you because of what's happened under your reign in the NFL. And this trophy belongs to Bill. It belongs to our staff. It belongs to our players because they've earned it through the type of league and the type of unity that we've all had. And I thank you, and I thank Bill, and I thank everybody that's connected with the 49ers and CBS.
Eddie, thank you so much. And Commissioner, thank you. And Coach Walsh, we have a phone call over here for you. Let me hand you this. This might be that traditional greeting, Bill.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
White House President of the United States. Let's break for you. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I can't hear.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Coach Walsh?
Yes.
This is Ronald Reagan.
Well, I thought it might be.
I just wanted to tell you, a couple of homies in California have been sitting here watching. You certainly and I want to congratulate you and congratulate the entire team. And you might tell Joe Montana and the fellas, I think maybe they really did win one for the Gipper.
Well, I think Joe was thinking of the Gipper when he won that one, I'll tell you. And thank you very much. I enjoyed shaking your hand the other night, and I was hoping I'd be receiving a call from you in about 2 weeks, and thank you very, very much.
I was hoping that you would, sir.
I'll tell Joe all about the Gipper.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, Bill. Listen, get some of the stars up here. I want Hacksaw up here and Danny Buns up here, too. We always talk to Coach Walsh about the offense, but I got to tell you, the defense won this game with that brilliant goal line stand. Hacksaw?
Well, I don't know. I just knew we had to stop him, and Pete Johnson, as big as he was, we just Danny and I just hustled our ass off and got in there and tried to stop him.
There you are, Hacksaw, coming right in there and jamming him up. At the time, of course, it was 27. Were you looking for Johnson all the way?
Yeah, I thought Pete would carry the ball. All those short situations, Pete always does carry the ball, and he's really hard to stop, so we knew he was going to get the ball.
All right, Charlie Young's hogging a little camera time here. Danny,
Somebody got to do it.
Charlie, this is the Bill Walsh in the second half.
Well, they were throwing every conceivable blitz at us, and we just didn't want to get stopped with those blitzes. We went to our running game and our trapping game, and that made the difference.
All right. Now, that, of course, is the final play. Now, watch Reese turn around there with that monitor so we can see it. And look at this celebration, Bill. Take over.
Well, he looks, oh, there he goes. That's our captain. That's our captain. He's given us that all year.
I think that was the moment of the game, Hacksaw, when he turned over like that.
Well, Archie's like that. He's very excitable, and I don't get too excited, but I guess I'll get excited a little bit more in about an hour or so.
Freddie Sullivan now has joined us up on the stand, and Freddie, you said yesterday, I'm going to Super Bowl. You got to play even though you were injured.
Well, definitely. This was for the World's Championship, and there was no way I was going to miss it, and I wanted to give 110%, and I did, and we came out of it the World's Champions.
Charlie Young, you were once with the Rams. Before that with the Eagles. What about this moment now with the 49ers?
First of all, I'd like to say I give honor to God for giving us this victory. And now we are the world's champion. We are the world's champion. I don't look in the back anymore. I had great times with those teams, but now I'm with the San Francisco 49ers, and I'm just happy.
All right. We are going to be back now with some of the offensive stars of this game as our Super Bowl coverage on CBS continues in just a moment. And the celebration continues in the San Francisco 49ers. Ray Wershing, 4 field goals. You tied Don Chandler of the Packers. Congratulations. You may have saved it.
Thank you very much. Without these guys, I couldn't have done it.
All right, well, here are these guys, Earl Cooper and Joe Montana. And listen, I want you two big horses to come in here now and tell me about that pass. You were so open, anybody could have scored on that play.
Well, that was just a fake up the middle to the fullback. It was a call play, and it's just for the wide receivers on the left to clear out so I can come underneath the zone coverage. And
now hold it here, Dwight Clark. Listen, I've got you on that end around right over here on my other side. What happened on this sequence?
Well, we lost our guard because they kind of read the play, and so I had to try to put a move on the guy, and I just don't have that many moves.
You did well enough, though, I'll tell you that. Let me go back now to the game plan of the 49ers. Bill Walsh said that you in particular, Earl, could run on this surface, and it looked it in the first half. Was that a good difference, big one in this game?
I think it was a difference in this game, but I like to feel like I can run on any surface. But if the Coach Walsh thinks I can run on this surface, then I think so. Then, you know, that's a plus for the team and a plus for us.
Joe, what about Earl Cooper in the first half and the overall 49er attack?
Well, I think we were doing everything that we wanted to do. Things were going our way. We jumped up to a good lead, which let them have to play the type of ball we wanted to. And fortunately, we got ahead far enough that...
Spike it!
I love it, man. It's great.
You'll be watching that play a lot. Well, now, in the second half, of course, the Bengals came back, and they came back courageously, and they've got to be down over there in that locker room. Let's go across the way for a little bit of Irv Cross. Irv?